sir, we need retrieval now.
Starship Troopers.
Hey up, it's Steve from that old Yorkshire geek. Apparently, they're remaking Starship Troopers. Why? God knows. But, as you saw from the little clip just played at the beginning, why would they want to remake that film? It's perfect as it is. I understand it's not particularly close to the book, apart from the general story. Anyway, that's by the by. But anyway, according to the trades, Deadline, Hollywood Reporter, etc., Neil Blomkamp of District 9, Chappie, Elysium. He did Elysium, didn't he? And and Gran Turismo. He did that film, didn't he? Which I've not seen, but I'm not bothered about. But his other films, all these other films I've really liked. District 9's amazing. Why aren't he doing District 10? It's supposed to be doing Chappie, a film that not a lot of people seem to like. I really enjoyed that film. I thought it was really good. And I liked Elysium as well. So, there we go. But as I said, I've not seen Gran Turismo. He was going to do an Alien film, wasn't he? Apparently. He had all storyboards, concept art and all that prepared. Sigourney Weaver were going to come back, and it were going to follow on, I think, from Aliens. I think they were going to ignore Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection, and continue from Aliens, weren't they? Because even Michael Biehn were going to come back, weren't they, as Hicks. But all that got quashed because Ridley Scott threw a temper tantrum and said, "Aliens mine," and then made his shitty films. Sorry, I got angry then, because I'm not a Ridley Scott fan. Yes, he does good films, but I just hate him. But anyway, before we start, don't forget, like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. Explore the description for links for various stuff, such as merchandise, t-shirts, hats, blah blah blah, all that stuff. My books, Amazon Kindle and paperback, what else? My websites, mercuryrapids.co.uk, etc. And other stuff. Become a member, like these fine people that you're seeing on screen now. Then you get early access to videos, exclusive videos, access to chats when I do live streams, and exclusive emojis, etc. Right, so let's read this article, shall we, from the Hollywood Reporter. I'm reading it from. Here it is, there you go. The Hollywood Reporter, Boris Kitt reporting new Starship Troopers movie in the works from District 9 filmmaker Neil Blomkamp. Exclusive. Except I've also read it in Deadline, but never mind. Maybe it was exclusive for a while. Sony is behind the new adaptation, which is not a remake of Paul Verhoeven's 1997 film, but rather will go back to the 1959 novel as source material. There we go. But it'll still have bugs in it, surely. Isn't that the main premise of the book? I don't know, as I said, I've not read it. Right, Johnny Rico is coming back to kill some more bugs. Columbia Pictures is plotting a new Starship Troopers movie set in District 9 filmmaker Neil Blomkamp to write and direct an adaptation of the classic sci-fi novel Story by Robert A. Heinlein. Blomkamp will also produce the feature alongside Terry Tatchell, his partner and wife, who co-wrote the South African filmmakers District 9 and 2015 outing Chappie. Published in 1959, Troopers ostensibly told of an interstellar war between Earth and a host of bug-like aliens, and focused on the rise, I presume, of a military serviceman named Johnny Rico. But the story had other things on its minds, like exploring the strengths of life in a military society, and such ideas as having to perform service in order to have voting rights, which they did have in the Paul Verhoeven version. While the book won a Hugo Award for Best Novel and has been quite influential in sci-fi literature, some quarters described the book as fascist. It was that tone that was satirised in the 1997 movie from Paul Verhoeven, the director of RoboCop, Total Recall, Basic Instinct and Showgirls, and other films as well. Verhoeven was over the top in his depiction of the military jingoism and propaganda, fetishised costumes and highlighted Nazi influences. But it was still an amazing film. Rico was played by square-jaw, roughneck Casper Van Dien, and the cast included Dina Meyer, Denise Richards, Neil Patrick Harris and Michael Ironside. While the movie was not initially a success and some critics accused Verhoeven of putting a positive spin on fascism, the movie has since developed a reappraisal and a cult following. But that's what he does, doesn't he? It doesn't tell you that things are good or bad, it just depicts them, like in RoboCop. It was just all there on screen, warts and all, violence, etc. It's up to you, isn't it? It's neither positive nor negative. What you're seeing on, you're just seeing what's happening on screen, and you decide whether it's good or bad. Blomkamp's take is not a remake of the Verhoeven movie, and sources say the goal is to go back to the source material. Better do. Anyway, Blomkamp because Hollywood has no idea how to go back to the source material. Blomkamp most recently directed Gran Turismo for Sony Pictures, a critical and commercial success that grossed over $122 million worldwide. But how much did it cost? It cost $60 million to make, did Gran Turismo. So I suppose technically you could say it lost money, because the rule of thumb is it's to make 3 times its budget. And it didn't, so there we go. The filmmaker showed his ability to tackle deep themes while balancing human versus aliens conflicts with his splashy 2009 splashy. What are they talking about? 2009 feature debut District 9, which was amazing. Which I think should have been a found footage film. It started off as kind of a found footage film, using like CCTV and handheld cameras and stuff. And then it kind of just became a normal movie, but it was still amazing. Anyway. The movie was a hit at the box office and earned 4 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture and Best Adapted Screenplay for Blomkamp and Tatchell. Blomkamp followed that up with more sci-fi offerings, including Chappie and Elysium, and then it was about who's represented by. We don't care. But why remake Starship Troopers? Yeah, fair enough. It's not a remake of Paul Verhoeven's film. You're going to follow it more closely to the book, so it's not going to be as violent and gory and overtly, I don't know, would you say political? I don't know if you'd say political, but what's the word? Stereotypical. That's what I'm trying to say. Not overtly stereotypical in the types of people that we're seeing and all that, and gung ho, as it's in the thing, jingoism and all that. The only good bug's a dead bug and all that stuff. Will it have that in it? I have no idea. As I said, the book was, what does it say about the book here? Described as fascist. And that's exactly what Paul Verhoeven depicted in his film. So, who knows what's going to happen. But Neil Blomkamp's a good filmmaker. I'm sure that it'll be a decent film whenever it comes out. If it comes out, 'cause you never know these days. Stuff gets announced and then dropped, doesn't it? But we will see. Just watch the original. Just watch the Paul Verhoeven version. Don't bother with the sequels. They're of varying quality, although they're all watchable. But the first one's the classic one, with amazing CG bugs from Phil Tippett. Great model work in the spaceships and stuff like that. And some good characters, apart from Denise Richards' character, who everybody hates. They do. They hate her. Anyway, so there we go. They're doing the Starship Troopers. I'll not say remake. Another Starship Troopers adaptation. I'm trying to be. I don't know. I want to be positive, but why? Nobody asked for this. Do something else, Neil. Do something else. Do another original story. Maybe he felt his other original stories didn't do as well as he hoped. As I said, Chappie wasn't universally praised, although I really like it. But a lot of people don't like it, but I thought it was really good. Kind of an iRobot sort of thing going on-ish. And what was the other? Elysium. I don't think that did as well as they'd hoped. But it looks amazing. But I think it's really, really good. But I think, like I said, then he came back with Gran Turismo, which was not his own work, based on a game. It was actually not based on a game, was it? It was centred around, it was like a tournament, wasn't there, for players of the Gran Turismo game to drive real racing cars, and it was based, on a real life story of one kid that did that. Apparently, I've not seen it, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm waffling, aren't I? Right, so we'll leave it there. We will leave it there. Who cares? Who cares? The only good bug's a dead bug. That's all we want to see. So we'll leave it there. So thanks for watching, wherever you are. Look after each other, and until next time, I'll say here comes the thumbs up. There it is.
with stories to